So we got to talk about what went down at the NFL honors because everyone was shocked and pissed. Shocked and pissed off at the same damn time. And what we were shocked and pissed off about was the MVP award that was handed out tonight. Um, we all know that it had been a back and forth conversation all year, all season. Is it Josh? Is it Lamar? And when you look at the numbers, the statistics, Lamar cleared it in every category, literally in every category apart from the team's record and rushing touchdowns. Cleared it. However, the MVP for the regular season goes to Josh Allen. Oh, y'all. This was a mess. I have not seen, I don't even know what the justification is for something like this at this particular point because Lamar Jackson is all pro. Okay? All pro uh, QB. First team at that. And usually the QB who earns that accolade wins the MVP in that same season. Win one by a QB. Y'all, we're going to get through this mini episode because I'm struggling. And that situation didn't play out this time around. Though, I think what happened is, and I'm not saying that is right, but for the voters who had it at Allen with 27 first place votes and at Jackson 22, and it ended up in the final numbers being Josh Allen 383 and Lamar Jackson 362. These same 50 voters vote for the first team all pro. They vote on who gets that. So to me, it seems like this. It seems to me that this was some kind of let's see who did more with less. Because here's the argument. Oh, well, Jackson didn't have as many rushing yards because he had Derrick Henry. Okay, he didn't have him last year, and he still won. Okay, so let's not act like he can't get it done. It's just that he had help. All right. So now you look at Josh Allen, and some people are saying, well, he had a rookie wideout. Okay. And he lost a valuable player and Diggs, and he basically had to do more with less talent. I didn't know that we give out MVPs kind of like a sympathy award, it felt like this year. We just gotta give him something. And if that was the case, why didn't he win Offensive Player of the Year as well? So I believe that they are saying that the Bills got farther in the season, and Allen is 1-0 in the playoffs, and Lamar Jackson is 0-1. When you look at completion percentage, passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing attempts, rushing yards, every single category -3. Jackson cleared it. Now, some people are arguing, well, hey, look, Dr. T, check this out. The same thing worked in the Ravens quarterback's favor. Remember, Jackson won over Dak Prescott last year, who had better stats than him. So what's the difference? Well, he had better stats, but by the time the end of the season came, that wasn't the case. Lamar Jackson still cleared it without Derrick Henry. Some people are saying it's a close race. And Lamar Jackson just couldn't get it done. And that's why he lost the award. Well, we can play what if all day long. You know what I mean? What if the ball would have been caught and a 2-point conversion would have went down and they won the game? Now, is the conversation going to be the same? Because essentially, if the conversation is Allen did more with less and he still led them to the AFC championship game, well, what's the difference? Because he still would have come up short. So would the argument still hold true? Well, all right, Dr. T, but he led his team nearly to a Super Bowl appearance. He didn't have Diggs. He didn't have Gabe Davis or several other key players, especially on defense. And what did he do so different that Lamar did last year? See, regular season MVP is about the stats. He outperformed Josh Allen in every single category. Every single category. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that accolades are nice, okay? And it's an excellent representation of the amount of work that a player has put in. And no one is taking that away from Josh. But let's keep this argument balanced, because now you're going to enter the same conversation that people have about Lamar Jackson. What is that? 2 MVPs, no Super Bowls. Josh cannot get past the Chiefs. One time this year. Couldn't get it done. So now you have an MVP. So now that conversation playing field should be equal because he should be awarded the same criticism as Allen. As Lamar. It's no difference here. No difference whatsoever. And of course, the ultimate goal is to hoist the Lombardi. Neither Allen nor Jackson has been successful in doing so. But here's my question, okay? And even though Allen and Lamar are among names, Mahomes and Rodgers and, other active QBs who have won the award, what is now the measuring stick here? What's the measuring stick? Because it seems to me that the voters they've just moved that goalpost high as hell. Ain't no way that this even makes sense. Are you tired of overpriced groceries and limited options at the supermarket? Because I know I am. Well, try Misfit Marketplace, where every box is packed with delicious organic produce at up to 40% off retail prices. That's right. You get your fresh fruits to colorful veggies. Misfit Marketplace delivers quality ingredients straight to your door. Visit misfitmarket.com and use code POD20, that is POD20, to get 20% off your first order, and tell them that Dr. T sent you. Eat well, save money, and join the Misfit movement today. First team all pro QB, and you don't get the MVP. You lead in every category, as I stated, and you get 22 to 27 votes. Now, yes, Derrick Henry had a huge impact on the Ravens' success this past season, but did that cost Lamar the MVP? Well, no, I don't think so. Why would it? Rushing touchdowns is the only category that Allen beat him in 12-4. That within itself is not going to be the end all be all of him losing the MVP because he had help. So let's flip this around. If Josh had Diggs, if Josh had Gabe, if Josh had all of these weapons on defense, and then would the conversation be the same? Because remember, we're talking about someone doing more with less. So if the playing field was equal and he had help and still came up short, would he still be the MVP? Since we're on even playing field. He didn't have any more of an impact to his team than Lamar did. Because when you watch both players, they both put in what they needed to at the time to win games. Both of them had to put their team on their backs. But when you clear not one, not two, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, when you clear 14 categories to 4 and you still lose, no, absolutely not. This is a sympathy award, in my opinion. And if Josh Allen cleared it without question, wouldn't be a problem. Now, I'm not going to say worst MVP ever. Not going to go that far. But it seems to me that it just feels like that they had to give him something. They had to give him something. And to take that away from a QB who has a better record, this isn't a team award. This is most valuable player, not plural. So this isn't about which team had the best record. It's about the player who had the better stats. So I'm really curious as to what these 50 voters were thinking when you just split your thinking down the middle. We'll go ahead and give Josh this. Keep him as first team All-Pro QB. What? What? Fans are pissed. I mean, sometimes I put this, sometimes I have these comparisons in my head to make things make sense, y'all. And I have to look at it like this. This seems to smell and feel like the time Embiid won the NBA MVP over the Joker, over Jokic at the end of the 23-24 season. That's what this feels like. And do I think Lamar Jackson was robbed? 100%. Do I think this was a pity MVP? 100%. Because there isn't an explanation for this. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be many different takes, many different views on what people think, but make it make sense. Make it make sense, though. Because although they beat them in the divisional round, the award is based on the regular season. So what did he do? He didn't outplay Lamar at all in the regular season, period. And if the hill that they're going to die on is that he didn't have the same supporting cast, all right, you still did what you needed to do. But where's the justification? Where's the reasoning behind it? None of it makes sense at all. And when you talk about him being a beast on the field and him, listen, his caliber of player and him not winning any major accolades in his first 7 seasons just didn't seem fair to the voters. Why? Why? I don't understand that. You can't make sense out of stuff that just doesn't make sense. Even though Allen had the best season of his career, and most people feel that he had a huge impact on his team, the MVP, people, is based on stats. And this clearly was something that was decided already, that he just needed something. And this is the problem with the NFL. This is why fans are upset. Why? Well, look at how many people were supposed to be or could have been put into the Hall of Fame. They chose 4. 4. Yeah. Eli still is not in there. So even that right there, when, they get the knock on the door to let them know that, hey, you've been chosen 2025. And then you double back with the NFL honors and say, hey, we have an impact award. Well, if that's the case, then make it that. Because none of it makes sense whatsoever. Make an impact award for the player who made the biggest impact on the team, not the MVP. Two different things. Y'all got it wrong, NFL. And I'm going to have to call you out on this one. Y'all got this one wrong. There isn't any reasoning or explanation when those who know, those who have watched, we've watched. And like I said, there isn't an accolade that is deserving of Josh Allen that will be taken away. But make it make sense. When you sit and you watch the award, you're expecting that award to go to the player who deserves it. And at some point, I do feel that Josh Allen will deserve it. But not this year. Not this year. Yes, he has led the Buffalo Bills to 5 straight AFC East titles. But the numbers, the stats are not there. Are not there. And quite frankly, if you ask me, it would have been more of a neck and neck between Barkley and Lamar for MVP. Of course, we know it's going to go to a QB, but that, even if Saquon Barkley would have won the MVP, in my opinion, that wouldn't have been an upset. There would have been plenty of reasoning around that. So, NFL, what's going to happen going forward? What are you guys planning to do to make things make sense? Because if we're giving out sympathy awards or impact awards, then let's create another category. Because for as much as we like to see players win awards and players get the credit for the hard work that they're putting in. We do not want to see the players who actually deserve it and worked hard for it get snubbed for sympathy.